We are live!
How are you today?
We're laughing because we push record on both cameras at the same time, and usually my camera to YouTube gets on faster.
Facebook's always a little bit slower. When you press live, it takes a little bit longer, and we've been doing elephants with like one elephant, two elephants. So today was 3 elephants, and it worked!
Yeah, it was all good. So we're just going to get the comments up.
Comments.
Very, very organised. So we are going to give you top tips today if you are not joining our programme. So our programme, the doors close tomorrow morning, which we're excited about because it means we can put this whole sales chapter behind us and get down to some hard work. And then we thought about it as our awesome audience, which is all you guys. We want to give you as many tips as possible because not everyone can afford our course. It's maybe bad time in the year, but we want you all to get awesome results. So we are going to give you amazing tips.
Yes. As of tomorrow morning, you will see a little bit less of us on these live feeds. We explained this yesterday. We're going to give more of our time, our energy and dedication to the people who have invested in themselves on our program. So that starts tomorrow morning. So we thought, right, tonight we'll go live one last time, and we're going to give you as much information as you can. If you're not going to join our program tomorrow morning, then we want to hopefully leave you for the next 3 months with as much information that you can say, do you know what, I can apply that and I'm going to get results.
Yeah. So if you've got questions, please fire them in. Don't get upset if we don't get around to your question right away. Feel free to say it twice because the questions fly up so quickly that we can't get to them all. So we want to give as much good tips and advice. That we do have our video call with our new members in 44 minutes. So in that time, we're going to have to squeeze it with value.
We're going to squash it in there. So we've got the Zoom call at 8 o'clock. This is our way of getting to know all our new members. We did actually have one of our members message us to say that she can't make it. These are not absolutely essential. It's just our way of getting to know you a little bit more, what you're hoping to achieve from the program, and for you just to chat to us a little bit more face to face.
Frank Conley III saying, live in the States, can I still join? Do you mean still join our plan or join in on this chat? I mean, you can join in chat, absolutely. If you want to join our plan, let us know. The doors don't close till tomorrow. But like I say, we're going to pack this with absolute awesome tips.
Yeah.
And so I think where we'll kick it off is when you're thinking about making change, we always say just begin, just start. There's lots of little things within our lean mindset group. I can't fit which unit is it, 6 or 7. Lean mindset group is a free group that we've got on Facebook. There's lots of tips and tricks in there. If you haven't done so already, go and join it. However, there is a unit and we call it 5 for 5 because everybody knows 5 things that they could change about their lifestyle to drop 5 pounds.
Yeah. We're not going to go into in depth about that particular principle. If you want it, go and join the Lean Mindset group. It's free of charge. You can do it now. The lessons are already there, and you can get started literally. Well, you could get started now, but we'd appreciate if you just stayed in the live feed with us. So you get started as soon as you jump off this live feed. But you get the gist of what we're saying there. There's a fantastic book. Now, I'm a big believer that you don't necessarily have to read a full book to get what the book is trying to say to you. Sometimes you have to read one chapter, sometimes you read half of it and you get it. Sometimes you just read the title of a book and you get it. There's a book that I love and I've never read it, and it's called Ready, Fire, Aim.
That sounds like something I would do.
That's exactly what you just said. Just start. Ready, fire, aim. You just like, get ready. Okay, what am I doing? I'm going to lose weight. Right, fire, go. And then you can steer yourself along the way. But it's about committing. Once you fire that gun, you can't put the bullet back in the gun. You just go for it and you can aim along the way.
Now, one of the big things we shout about all the time is progression. Progression's always moving forwards, so it doesn't matter where you're starting from. So if you're thinking today, right, I'm going to make changes, right? Stephen's just saying start shooting, so you've already started shooting from the hip. So you're starting the changes right now. Work out where you are. So it might just be something simple like I'm going to go and do a wall squat, see how long I can hold against the wall, time yourself. The next time you attempt the next day, try and do a little bit more equal or beat it and progress. If you use progression as a key principle in everything you do in life, you're going to do pretty damn awesome.
Yeah. One of the simple questions that I used to always ask, so we both used to run our personal training businesses from a big commercial gym, and so we always chat away and everything else. And when you get clients who come up to you, or potential clients come up to you and say, look, I'm thinking about getting personal training, I've been doing this for 5 years, not got results, and you say to them, right, what have you been doing for the past 5 years? And like, oh, and they'll run you through the program step by step. Like, great. So what were you doing this time and like 6 months ago? And they're like, what have I just shown you? And you're like, what? Exactly the same. And like, yeah, I've been doing it for the past 5 years. And you're like, what? Surely after 6 months of doing a program, you've got to change and make some sort of progress, do something different. So yeah, just make progress. You don't have to have a degree in exercise science to understand that.
You also, next step is be honest with yourself. You can't start on a program and then just start taking the piss. You know, you say, right, you know what, I want to lose some pounds here, so I'm going to change 5 things about my life to drop 5 pounds. But you know what, I've just been invited out for lunch with the girls, I'm going to have pudding. And then I'm not going to exercise tonight because it's too dark. And I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do that. If you start taking the piss of your own plan, no chance. You've got to be consistent with yourself. You've got to honour yourself, be honourable.
Yeah. That's it. Honestly, so one of again, a very common thing for people to say is, oh, I wish I could just lose a stone, or I wish I could just drop 2 dress sizes, or they say I wish, constantly, and nobody really ever works solidly for it. Before you start wishing for anything, you just say, right, what is within my power to change? What can I change here? And note there's 3 things that you can change, only 3. Your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. That's it. You could add into that your words, but technically words are actions, you're speaking words. So yeah, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. These three things we can change. Everything else is up to the gods. So focus on those 3 things, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. What are you doing and what can you change?
We did a video, it was last year. And do you know what? I'm going to swear on a Sunday. Fuck it. It was called Fuck Your Excuses. Right?
Yeah.
And that a lot of people have a lot of excuses as to why they don't get things done. And they're creating these barriers, and that's what we discussed in this video. So if you haven't watched it yet, go and search on either Facebook or YouTube our video on Fuck Your Excuses. But in a nutshell, we discussed that nobody's interested in your excuses. You're making them to yourself. You're putting these barriers in front to justify it to yourself as to why you're not doing something. When really, fuck your excuses.
Fuck you. And everybody's got them. Everybody can think of a few things. That 5 for 5, you can get the negative aspect of that, right? Everybody knows 5 things or 5 reasons as to why you can't get results. I could name 5. I can name 5 as to why I can't be a YouTuber. I can name 5 reasons why I can't be a good personal trainer. You know, I can name 5 reasons why, I don't know, I've got ginger hair. But it doesn't serve you. So fuck your excuses and focus on where you're headed and what your dreams, your aspirations are.
Now, Emma Stewart's done a great point which is going to lead on to our next one. She's saying, plan your next meal. It helps. Now, food prep is amazing. It goes a long way to helping you. So whatever you plan, if you embark on a particular program or something free, or if you just want to make some healthy changes, if you prep your meals in advance, it's going to make it so much easier. Those difficult times, either through the day or when you're running short of time or you're stressed, if you've meal prepped, you're going to take away that sort of choice factor so you don't have to think about it.
One of again, a common question is, what can I snack on? Okay, what are healthy snacks to have? And I hate the idea of thinking about what healthy snacks to have, because it gives you the illusion that you can have these as long as it's within your criteria of healthy snacks, and you can have as much as you want. And it's very much along the lines of planning your meals. Have you planned out your meals for the day? Like roughly what you're having for breakfast, what you're having for lunch, what you're having for dinner. If you know that, because you'll know what your training is or what your work schedule is like, you should roughly know what your breakfast, your lunch and your dinner are going to be. Therefore, people say, what do you snack on? You say, well, nothing, I'm having 3 meals a day, why do I have to snack as well? Or if you are planning snacks, again, depending on the individual, you factor it into your overall intake. You say, well, do I want a carb snack? Do I want a protein snack? And if I am, for what purpose? Is it to maintain blood sugar levels? Is it to maintain focus and energy? Is it to increase your calorie intake? You know, there's lots of different reasons.
The other thing you have to start thinking about, when we're thinking common excuses, is I don't have time to exercise, I don't have time to join a gym or follow a plan, etc, etc. But I guarantee you'll have time to either sit and watch TV or do all the other things that are not conducive to your health. you make the time for the things you want to make time for. So one of the things that we teach with our clients is about assessing and evaluating and establishing what is your goal and the reason for it. And when you've got that, you will make the time for it, regardless of what your budget is to get there.
The idea that we are suckers for lacking willpower. The idea that I want to lose weight, but I just like food too much, or I want to go to the gym, but it's raining outside, or I can't afford to get a gym membership. There's lots of different reasons as to why. But what Rab just said about understanding what your goal is and why it's important to you, if that's in your head, if you've sort of delved in deeper into your own mind and you understand the reasons why this is important to you, you'll find a way. Regardless of what the situation is, regardless of what you have to do, you will find a way if it's important to you. But again, many people, when you start asking the questions, you go deeper and deeper and deeper. It is important to you, but some people lose track of that. They're not really bring it to the surface, and therefore when they're presented with, do you want to go to the gym or do you want to have coffee and cake? They're kind of like, in the moment, your emotions would say coffee and cake, because I know I'm going to get bags of energy from that, I'm going to have a blather, and you're going to have a good time. But then later that night, you're going to be like, yeah, I should have gone to the gym. Yeah. Okay, so it's understanding why this is important to you and then keeping that in the forefront of your mind.
Now, when it comes to nutrition, there's a lot of things out there, there's a lot of information you can find on the internet. You could delve into that and go absolutely down a rabbit hole with it. The reason I bring this up is Glenn's asking, how often do you guys work out? And he also asked about whether we eat carbs. Now, carbs are not the enemy, not the way that they were set up to be previously. So it's about educating your body and knowing how you respond to carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates are like sponges for water in the muscle, which means for every gram of carbohydrate, it holds its weight 4 times in water. Now, if you understand that and grasp that, it means that if you have a large carbohydrate meal, you're going to retain that in fluid 4 times over. So when people have carbohydrates and step on the scale, sometimes they can get a bit of a fright, like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah, and really start panicking at the weight gain.
Yeah.
But, like Rab said, it's 4 parts water. That's not necessarily a bad weight to gain. Again, we go through in our program about carb intake, and there can be such a thing as too much carbs, but that's for you to understand. It's not about just stepping on the scales and going, oh, put all this weight on, and stop doing it. Understanding your body and the reaction to different nutrients.
The flip side, which you've got to be very mindful with carbs, if you cut carbs out completely or treat them like the enemy, you're going to be fighting an uphill struggle, because eventually your body will become carb sensitive, and life throws carbs at us. Everywhere you go, it's on the sides of buses, bus shelters, advertising signs, everything's got carbs in it. You will eventually, your willpower will break, you'll have some carbs, and when you're carb sensitive, you really will bloom the other way. What we teach is a bit of carbs every day, not going crazy on them, but having carbs in your life, because they actually are good for boosting your metabolism and getting a good solid burn. So make friends with carbs. You don't have to fall in love with them, but make friends with them.
It's all about balancing out the nutrients. Carbs, fats and protein are all very, very important, and we actually discussed this the other night as well, to say that they all get demonized at some point, depending on which cult you buy into. There's the I'm low fat, or I know I'm carb free, or no, protein is the enemy, and there's a bunch of nonsense out there. And what we're teaching is actually a little bit more of a structured balance to your diet, and understanding what each of these nutrients do for you.
The John McCormack saying, sorry guys, I would have loved to have joined the course but simply can't afford it. That's no problem, John. The course is not for everyone, but that's why we've jumped on tonight, to give as much free advice as possible for anyone that's not joining it. So if you watch, I don't know when you jumped on the stream, John, but certainly at the start, watch this stream back later on, try and get a pen and paper and take all the notes you can, because hopefully we can get through enough content that will get you going.
Get the information you need. Paulina's just saying, Stephen Rab, question here. Susan Hurst, donation!
Oh well, boom. Thank you, Susan.
Paulina's saying, question here, have you heard of metabolic confusion? If so, what do you think? Good, bad, may? No, actually, I haven't heard of metabolic confusion, I'm going to be honest. I guess I'm going to say, is it when you're having high days, low days of calorie intake and exercise, therefore your metabolism sort of always adjusting? I'm not sure. There's lots of different phrases that come out due to different processes within the body, and then people sort of jump on these processes and put a few together and give it a name, metabolic confusion. Yeah, I don't know. Never heard of it?
Nope. I'm confused.
I'm confused. Metabolically confused. I mean, in a nutshell, you could argue that we go through a bit of intermittent fasting, both personally and it's a small part of our course. We try and explain some of the benefits and some of the pitfalls and how to apply it to your life. And you could argue that intermittent fasting, there is a bit of metabolic confusion because you're
shocking the body in a sense.
Yeah, you're confusing it with like a high metabolism, giving it a low intake, and then you can have some benefits from that. But it's just about understanding that. So yeah.
I'm going to give a shout out to my old friend Anne Michelle. She says hi. Now Karen's also saying, I can't afford the programme either, but I do enjoy all your tips, energy, encouragement. Thanks to you both. So Karen, if you haven't done so already, please go and join our free group on Facebook, The Lean Mindset. There's lots of units in there, so we will be jumping in and out and adding units along the way. We've got a bit of sigh of relief tonight because we've been promoting our programme for the last 2 weeks, and then as of tomorrow the door's shut and then we can just get back to what we're doing. And then we're like, let's just give our audience loads of free stuff so then we can shut up about it again.
Do you know, this is us down to a T. Like, we like to believe we're very good coaches. We've been personal trainers since 2005. We've been training clients, we've done groups, we've done clubs. Then we came online, we're promoting healthy living. We do like free videos constantly all over YouTube, all over Facebook. We've made over 1,000 videos, free content. We've got the Lean Mindset group that we've got these educational units in it. You've got a health and happiness group that you give all these units. I've got a Becoming You group, sort of life coaching that gives all different units. We give free content, and then we eventually come to like sell a program. They're like, oh shit, we're going to have to ask for money on this.
No.
Oh no.
And we feel guilty.
We feel guilty as hell for asking for money. Unfortunately, we do have a business to run. If you want to learn from us in a little bit more of a direct way, we'd love to see you in the program. Yeah. We're not going to do the hard sell. We'll much rather just help you as much as we can. And if you're ready for that step and you want to invest in yourself, then please do so.
Now, one of the other sort of obstacles that comes up is people don't know how to start exercising. Now, there's lots of tutorials on the internet, but if you had any sort of conditions or you're really unsure, try and go down to like one of your local gyms or classes where there's a trained instructor who can assess you in person. Go to a class for a little while, get used to the sort of standard movements like planking, squatting, some upper body work, and then, that'll be a small investment, and then you can incorporate some workouts at home so that if you do follow any sort of YouTube routines, you can, monkey see, monkey do, and just copy it. One of the videos we made last year before, I'm losing track of time now, was do it till it burns.
Oh yeah, simple idea, right?
It was basically the idea is that as long as your form's good enough, you pick one exercise and you do it till it burns. And they're like, it's one heck of a workout. You do squats till it burns and you're in a world that hurts.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to pick up, Paulina's just saying basically yes, high, medium and low days of carbs. See, that I wouldn't say that's metabolic confusion, I would say that is carb cycling. So that's something that, did we ever add that into Everlean, or are we making it Everlean Advanced? I think we're making it Everlean Advanced.
Yeah.
So after Everlean finishes, what we've got now is a new program. It's a 12-month program rather than 12 weeks. It's Everlean Advanced. Carb cycling is part of that. So by the sounds of what Paulina's saying with the metabolic confusion, carb cycling, yes, absolutely, it's a tried and tested method of maximizing your fat burning potential and understanding what carbs are doing to your body. So yeah, it's carb cycling rather than metabolic confusion.
I've answered that one. Jessica Peck saying, best investment I ever made was joining you guys. You're Lush. Isn't Lush like a bath bomb store? Is that right?
I think it might be.
Yeah, here we are.
Do you know, I've decided that quite enjoyed like biceps definition, pretty good, but my triceps I think need a little bit of work. So I think rather than doing gunshot lamb chops, I think we start doing triceps.
I see the Yummy Mummy's on, and it was her birthday 2 days ago. So lamb chop for the Yummy Mummy. Ready? Lamb chop. Brenton Chappelle, morning from Australia. So far we have covered changing 5 things. Water, hydration. How often do people tell you, drink more water, lose weight, and then you still don't drink more water?
Again, it's the argument you make is like, you don't really know something, you don't know it, unless you're doing it on a regular basis. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I know that I should be drinking 2 litres of water per day. Yeah, that's just old information, like, yeah, but are you doing it? Yeah, but are you doing it?
Get yourself a decent water bottle, have a way of marking it. I think someone in our clan came up with a genius technique because they worked out their calculation, how much water they should have, or we worked out for them, and they used rubber bands for how many times they have to refill that bottle. So through the day, I think it was 3 or 4 rubber bands. Each time they finished the bottle, they refilled it back up and took a band off. It was a nice way of tracking and hitting the water target.
We're not going to go into the calculations of what you should be having. All we're going to say is, you know how much water is in your head that you should be drinking. Drink your fucking water. Just get it done.
No messing around. Keisha is saying, do you really need that much water? It's an individual calculation based on your weight, so depends how much you're thinking is how much. And then someone says, there's such a thing as too much water. Yes, there is. So that's why it's very, very important to play it safe. Drink plenty of fluid. Don't ever feel dehydrated, but I wouldn't start just guzzling gallons of it just for the crack. That's dangerous.
There's a sweet spot in everything. It's very much like the Goldilocks zone in pretty much everything. Like, apples are very good for you, but you can eat too much apples.
How'd you like them apples?
How'd you like them apples?
Now, Brenton said, I joined the gym lately. Oh, Chris, no, it's just jumped up. I joined the gym lately. How do I get started back in the gym after a long break? So, Brenton, advice is go and see in that gym, hopefully there's an instructor or a PT. Maybe go and just get a couple of sessions with them if you can. Either that, or just go in, if you're familiar with some basic exercises, maybe start off with 2 or 3 exercises that you're familiar with, do a couple of sets on them, some stretches, and then, as we're saying earlier in the streams, we believe in progression. So whatever you do day 1, the next time you go back for your workout, or next time you address those exercises, just do a little bit more, a little bit more. As your fitness comes back and as the muscles become more conditioned, you feel the need to do more anyway. So it all just depends on your current level of knowledge and if you're confident enough. But if you're back at the gym, that sounds like you were there previously. God, I needed there after that.
Somebody once said, I can't remember who it was, but it was genius, and they're like, what's more powerful than going into a gym is getting into the gym. And you understand the difference. There's physically going into a gym is one thing. It is very good for you, but just like, it's a mindset. I'm into the gym. I'm just into it now. It's very much like we're into whiskey, right? And then therefore, you want to try different whiskies. You start to understand and you learn it because it's in your mind. We're into it. Get into fitness, get into weight loss, get into your health and your well-being, get into your own personal growth. Just get into it. So more important than getting into the gym is getting into the gym.
Now, one of the tips is for getting into it, and Steve and I teach this all the time, go get yourself some fresh gym kit. New trainers or new t-shirt, whatever. It doesn't need to be expensive, but if it's new, you'll be like, that is my kit. That is, you're investing in yourself. Whether you're going to a gym or if you're just training outside or training indoors, get yourself something new.
Take action and invest in yourself. Even if it's just a new pair of socks, you'll want to wear them. It's telling your subconscious that you are committed to this progress and this journey because you're spending money on yourself and on that progress. Susan just saying, I never really drank water before the program. Now I can't go without it. Thanks, guys. Susan, good for you.
So far we've covered 5 for 5, water, we sort of basically discussed carbs, how to start a program, or if you want a nice simple program, do it till it burns. What else we need to...
There's a bunch of videos on our YouTube and on our Facebook with different workout ideas.
Yeah.
You can get all the information that you ever need on Google. You just have to keep searching for it. Obviously, if you want a bit more of a structured program, that's when you join a program. But if you think, no, I can do this myself, then just like, okay, well, where do we start? Susan actually said also up here, I love your workout for beginners video. So if you're watching this thinking, I'm a beginner, I'm not too sure where I am, workout for beginners, we did a whole series of videos for that.
Yeah, it was broke it down with easier sort of stages as well.
Yep. So there's plenty to get your teeth stuck into.
Now, in this day and age, technology-wise, most people have a smartphone. Some people are even lucky enough. Well, this is not a Fitbit. I was just pointing to my watch. Anyway, get outside and get walking. We have devices now that will track steps. So again, if we teach progression, if you don't know where to start, and assuming that you've got no mechanical issues that's preventing you from walking, get out walking. You can either record your time if you don't have a device, or start recording your steps. I've got an old client that's he's about 1,000 years old now. He'll not catch this stream, but he's an old guy.
Mike?
That's Mike. Now Mike got obsessed with counting the steps. His daughter downloaded the app for him, and what he's got so good at it, he does about 24,000 steps a day. But now what he works on is his average each day, so his average for the year, because the app that he's got calculates that.
Yeah.
So even when he has a day that's less than his 24, he's like, right, I've got to make that up the following day and so on. So we've got the technology there, there's no excuse for it. So if you're looking to get started, just get out walking, start recording your steps, and just aim to equal or beat it each day, or take your weekly total. There are ways to do this.
Yeah, definitely. Remember, what gets measured gets managed. Okay, so again, that's another big tip. If you want to manage something, if you want something to improve, then measure it, track it. So whether that's your steps, your overall activity level, maybe it's how many kettlebell swings you can do in one go. Maybe it's getting a tape measure around your waist, stepping on the scales. Maybe it's seeing how many skips you can do with a jump rope.
Are you going to show the skips again, or?
Do you want to see my tits bouncing? Can't see it as well in the black t-shirt.
I'm a bumblebee today. It actually goes with the yellow and the kilt, FYI, everybody.
Yeah,
Part of our logo.
That's why we went with the Royal Stuart tartan, because it's got so many colours in it. It's got the green, yellow, blue, red, black. So yeah, we can wear anything on top. That's why the yellow stands.
Do you have any
out.
yellow tops?
I don't have any yellow tops.
You need to have quite a big round head to support yellow.
Yeah, you've got to think that I've got some blondish hair, ginger in my beard, and pretty pale skin. Yellow just wouldn't suit me.
I'm not sure it suits me, but I don't even care.
Yeah. Pauline is just saying, I'll brag for a second. What are you going to brag about? I joined the clan in April 18, left May, June 19. Since April 18, I lost 49 pounds, dropped 3 dress sizes, and went from 0 workouts to regular workouts. Thanks for the help.
Lamb chop, Paulina.
Paulina. Oosh.
Boom.
Well done. Susan's just saying, yes, tracking has really helped me improve.
It's the only way to do, because if you don't know how good you are, and if you're not tracking it at all, then how do you know you're making progress?
Yes, yeah. Always ask yourself, am I seeing the results that I want to see? And if the answer's no, then ask yourself the question. Ask your coaches the question, look, I'm not getting results here, what's going on? Sit down and chat about it. You know, that's why these live feeds, well, not these ones, but we do live feeds to our clan twice a week. So you can ask questions, we can sit down and I can blather about it, and we'll get to the bottom of any issues.
Now Julie Saunders saying, I do boot camp twice a week and try to get my 10,000 steps each other day, but weight is stuck now. What's going wrong? My strength has improved, but no weight loss this year. So Julie, we probably say either address the diet. We don't know what you're doing diet-wise, but you'll know yourself. There must be some key things that, or like we say, there's 5 things you could potentially change, maybe even diet-wise. Are you being good Monday to Friday and then completely falling off the wagon at the weekend? We don't know, but generally people have the answers themselves. They've just got to be brave enough to reach in and just be honest with themselves and want to make those changes.
Yeah. Anything is possible. Always remember, like, what are you currently doing, and are you doing more and more and more each week or each month that you're trying to push your own fitness? I think I mentioned maybe last week, or maybe it was a couple of days ago, I'm reading this book, or listening to this book again, called Can't Hurt Me. It's got this guy called David Goggins who went and joined the Navy SEALs. But at the time, he was 100 pounds overweight. So he was like, was it 300 pounds I think he was? It was 300 pounds.
Wow.
And this intake was in 3 months, and the recruitment officer seen the look in his eyes and went, like, jump on the scales, and he knew it straight away. He's like, yep, so you're 100 pounds overweight, the intake's in 3 months, but you knew that, you got this right. And he just absolutely just had confidence in his ability.
Yeah.
And David Goggins went, yep, cool. And then every single day he just got up, he ran, he swam, he done circuit trainings at the gym, he had the exams to study for as well, so he put the book on his bike, just cycled while he was studying.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you have to go to this extreme, you know, I think he was averaging 1 to 2 pounds per day weight loss to get that to £100 mark.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do that, but what I'm saying is everything is possible in this world. So ask yourself the question, what am I doing to get the results? Have I invested in a book? Have I invested in a program? Have I invested in a coach? Have I invested in just maybe more time watching YouTube videos to learn more about this? You know, there's a bunch of information out there. Ask yourself, what are you doing to see the results yourself first?
Now, Julie, not to pick on you because I'm going to tell a story in a moment, but I just want you to cherry pick if there is anything you can take from that. So there was a client of mine, Louise. Now, we both trained Louise over the years, and Louise was one of these people that used to work her bum off with me when we were doing our PT, and she swore to me that she was following the diet and everything was sticking, but the weight was not shifting. She was getting very fit, very strong, but the weight really wasn't shifting, and it was getting to the point where she was getting depressed with it. I was pulling my hair out because it just didn't make any sense because her fitness was improving. She did train hard. She was training me 3-4 times a week. It got to the point where I says, look, Louise, you might have to go and speak to your doctor because we tried everything. This went on for months. She went to doctors to get her thyroid checked. Results came back, doctor just said, thyroid's fine, you're eating too much. Now it was interesting because him slapping her in the face with that information, she came back to me and she then just opened up. She's like, Rab, I'm really sorry, but in the evenings I've been having glasses of champagne, tubs of ice cream. But up to that point, she was in absolute denial. Now I'm not saying that's hugely, absolutely not saying that, but I'm saying what we take from that story was, Louise then, when she realised the mistakes that she was making, I mean it was obvious, but for whatever reason she just wasn't addressing them. Then she addressed them. Now she's a way down at size 10. She's the slimmest she's been since her 20s, she tells me. She's 50 or 51 now. And it was just that hard-hitting facts.
And I think this is probably the underlying mindset behind our 5 for 5 lesson in the Lean Mindset group. It's like 5 things that you know you should be doing for your long-term weight loss that you're not doing currently. Let's apply that first. Be your own coach in this. Now, had Louise joined the Lean Mindset and seeing that, she may or may not have done it herself. Chances are she wouldn't have done because that was a deep underlying psychological barrier for her. That she needed a big slap across the face from the doctor to really make her wake up. But if you're watching this, name 5 things that you can do to help you lose weight that you're not doing currently.
Could be get up earlier, drink more water,
go to bed earlier.
Yeah, food prep. There's lots of things you could be doing.
Stop watching so much TV.
We're just going to give a shout out to Nickelback.
Nickelback.
Do.
Nickelback.
You're usually on YouTube, Nickelback, are you not? No, maybe. Hope you are well. He's actually got a yellow background under his logo to match my shirt.
Hey.
That was obviously deliberate.
So Jen, I'm actually really glad that you changed your username. Jen Wagner's now Jen.
Ah, Jen.
It's just much easier to say. It's like, Jen's on.
Yay.
You know, rather than other ones like, Jen Wagner's on. Like, which obviously is your name, but Jen is just cooler.
So we're running out of time because we do have our
Zoom call.
Our Zoom call, which is a video call with our new members. So all the new members we've been taking on in the last 2 weeks, we've been wanting to get to know them, so we do a bit of a video call. It's been great because they've been mapping out their goals to us and just getting that kind of level going, a bit of personal growth.
Yeah, I think one of the main sort of contributing factors to the success of any program is the connection that you have with your coach. And this is why probably we do so many live videos, because we want to create a connection with you guys, so then when you listen to our advice, like go and drink the fucking water, then you're more likely to say, actually, no, like, the guys are right, like, I know I should be drinking more water. And if you know us, if you like us, if you respect what we're saying, then you're more likely to then listen to us. So when it comes to doing the Zoom call, it's our way of just making sure that we assume most of our clients already know us, but in case they don't, you know, we can just get to know them a little bit more, so then when they follow our guidance, they're like, no, I get that. They already respect you. They respect what we've gone through, our experience with helping clients. So these Zoom calls are very important.
And now Pamela's saying, the fact that there's so much pressure to be a certain size or look is hard. I'll never be a Barbie doll, but I get stuck in like any of the other guys. And Pamela, absolutely, we live in a social media age which is really, really tough. You're bombarded. We're actually even guilty of it, because when we used to do our kind of topless pics, we do about 50 to 100 press ups first, suck in the abs and look our best, because it's a photo, it's evergreen, right? But we do, the impact that it has across social media, everyone does it. You've just got to realise that don't believe social media. Ultimately, we did a lesson on that.
We actually did a video on it.
2017, and ultimately it's about what you see on social media is polished. It's always polished, always. People are real And social media is it's not real. It's edited, shall we say?
It's edited.
Yeah.
It's the nature of Instagram. A lot of people get slagged off for it, and I think it's wrong. I think the onus is on the viewer to say, well, actually, Instagram is this platform for beautiful pictures. Okay.
Yeah.
You take a photo, you take the best angle, you get the right lighting, you do some push-ups, you suck in your abs, because Instagram is that platform for nice looking photographs. That's what people go there for. And I don't think that the onus should be on the people, oh stop sucking in your abs and stop getting the best lighting. No, understand the platform. If we were here and we had like makeup on and we were constantly like tanning our muscles to make them pop out more, and we're like, yeah, there's some tan lines here, and we're really dehydrated, so we look, I'd be like, okay, well that's maybe a little bit wrong because we're doing a live video and we're trying to give people a taste of who we are. But Instagram,
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, when we've done our posts, it's always because in Stephen's studio along the hall there, the lighting's awesome in one of the rooms. And we've always said, when you get good lighting, because when the lighting's right above you, and if you've got a bit of muscle, it gives you more definition, so you're like, flexing it out. And we usually always say, when you get good lighting, you've just got to become a posing twang.
So remember the day it was raining and we were up at Thorwoods, and we were like, look at the light, and we're like tops off.
We were taking the tops off and we're flexing like a pair of twats. And it was good fun though. We're like, can't believe this light. I think we even posted the video of us doing that.
Yeah. But what you'll see is like we'll always be as honest as we possibly can. It's obvious that we like a bit of good lighting, and if we don't have good lighting, we're like, yeah, I'll maybe keep my top on today. Now, Susan just saying, your style of coaching is caring but firm. Love it. Very motivating. Yeah, drink your fucking water. And from the Clary Zone, maybe we should just go to live that.
Now we've got 9 minutes, and probably only 8 minutes because we're going to set up our call soon. So if you've got a question, fire it in quick. We need quick fire.
I bet everybody's like not going to type because they're all drinking their water now. Like, can't we go
for good lighting?
If you've got any questions about weight loss at all, please ask now. You have literally got 8 minutes left to go before we are off and onto a Zoom call with our clients.
And we will be live less because we've been doing our kind of sales process last week to get more people into our client, and now we just want to focus on our coaching, which is what late last year we got back into our roots of coaching because that's what we love, getting people results. We've got the lean mindset, which is our free group, so we're like, good, there's lots of information there, but ultimately we've got our membership clients that want to lose weight, they want to get fitter and change their life, and we owe it to them to give us them our full attention. So after tomorrow, when our doors close and no new members can come in, we're going back to coaching.
Yeah, full into coaching. We don't enjoy this sort of sales process. You know, if you want in, you want in. We've actually got a great number in the clan, all the new members. A really nice number. There is still a few spaces, but we don't care if they're filled or not. If you want in, if you think, do you know what, I want to join this program, I want to start tomorrow, then the doors are still open until tomorrow morning.
And then after that, boom, we shut it. We just focus on the good stuff. I mean, we still will be jumping on live here and there, but it's like I say, it won't be as regular.
Paulina's just saying gulp gulp, down in all the water.
Oh, yeah. As long as it wasn't gobble gobble. It's Sunday, Paulina. Errol Farmer, where can I get a kilt in Florida? I love your videos. Not sure, Errol, but go online.
Amazon.
Yep, you can get, there you are. Hashtag advert.
We're not sponsored by Amazon, but I use them a lot. Like a lot.
No.
It's terrible.
Hashtag shop local.
Rock shot zone, where are my Scott middies?
Hey, get your rock shot, get your lamb chop rockin'. Ish.
Lamb chop for rock shot. Right, are we going to shoot?
Yeah, now we're going to have to go. So, guys, we will be back on live. We don't know when we'll be back on live.
Yeah, we're going to be making videos, but we're not necessarily going to do many lives.
We hope these tips were good for you. They're aimed at anyone that's not joining our plan, anyone that is joining our plan or decides to join our plan. The links are somewhere in the streams here. Go on our Facebook page, our website. Fucking the links are everywhere. Jesus.
Yeah.
If you want to join it, you can do it. Doors
/transformation. Just go there.
boom, with the kiltedcoaches.com in front
Of
it.
course. Yeah. Our website / transformation. We're going to shoot.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure. We love you all. Thank you for stopping by.
Just be yourself.